Let's take a moment to learn about the auxiliary input on Pioneer's DEH-X5700HD. Here's the auxiliary input right here, and I can play back music from just about any music player or phone when I plug in the headphone jack right here into the head unit. But before we get started, let's check one setting to make sure we can make auxiliary input work. From any of the sources, press in on the volume control, and we want to roll along until we find the system menu. Here's the system menu, and press enter. And now we will roll along until we find auxiliary input. Here, auxiliary input is on. So if you like to use the auxiliary input on a regular basis, you like to plug things in here, you want auxiliary turned on so that when you press the source button, auxiliary shows up in your source list. If you don't use the auxiliary input at all, you can switch this off so that when you press the source button, you don't see auxiliary in your source list. I like to use auxiliary, so we're going to switch that on for right now. And at any time you can bail out of this menu by pressing the band button. Once I have that set up, I'm going to plug in my auxiliary input right here. I'm going to plug the other end into my phone. Now I'm going to switch to the auxiliary source. Remember, turn up the volume on your phone before you turn up the volume on the 5700.